Ashley Kyle.
And I'm William Holtz, and this is your Lake of the Ozarks news update brought to you by Lake TV and LakeExpo.com and sponsored by Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach.
Today we'll be talking about another record-breaking catch near the lake.
How a lodging tax increase could impact you.
What the state auditor has to say to the Veterans Commission.
And phase 1 of the Katy Trail Bridge project in Boonville, and Lake TV was there.
And find out how you can enjoy an elegant evening put on by local students.
But first, let's find out what's happening this weekend.
If you're a music lover, then it's a great week to be at the Lake of the Ozarks. On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the Great Lake of the Ozarks Gospel Sing comes to Main Street Music Hall. 8 different groups will perform, including Greater Vision, the Booth Brothers, and the Mark Trammell Quartet. The show starts at 6 p.m. every day with a special matinee performance at 1 p.m. in Building D at Tan-Terra Resort. The matinee performance is free and a love offering will be taken. For tickets to the other performances, visit GreatLakeOfTheOzarksGospelSing.com.
No one likes a dog that whines, but you can enjoy some wine with your favorite canine at Quesada Loca Winery this Saturday. Their Wags and Wine event runs from about noon to 4 p.m. and there will be contests for the best costume and best tricks. Now that's just for your dog, not for you, and the entry fee is only $5. Live music by Steve Moore will begin at 1 p.m. and all entry fees will be donated directly to Staff Animal Shelter.
Saturday evening, the Versailles Royal Theater will host Matt's Family Jam. This is a pretty unique group, the True Traveling Family Band. Matt and Lisa Rolfe travel with their 3 children, and all 5 of them bring their Branson roots to the stage with the sounds of classic rock and roll, jazz, swing, country, and gospel. The show starts at 7 p.m. and you can contact the Royal Theater for tickets.
On Sunday, the Ozark Jazz Society will host Dick Maley's What You See Is What You Get Quintet featuring Paulette Pepper. Now that might qualify as the best name we've ever heard for a jazz band. The concert will be at Osage National Golf Resort from 6:30 to 9 p.m. There will be a buffet beginning at 5, and if you want to eat beforehand, it won't cost you that. Now the cost is just $10 for society members and $12.50 for non-members, and the buffet will cost you $16.
Also on Sunday, come out and support the Osage Beach firefighters at their annual fish fry. That's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Osage Beach Fire Station number 2. The cost is $10 for adults, $5 for kids, and under the age of 3 are free.
If you're much of a gardener, then you probably know one of the easiest things to grow here in the Ozarks is the rocks. But there's a unique kind of agriculture built specifically for these wooded hills, and a workshop this weekend could teach you more about that. The MU Center of Agroforestry is hosting the workshop at the Doug Allen Farm in Laurie. You'll learn how to grow shiitake mushrooms, use your woodlands for timber production and cattle grazing, and manage beehives. But you need to register as soon as possible, so contact the MU Center for Agroforestry for more information. Well, that's just some of what's happening at the lake this weekend. To find out a complete list of those events, you go to LakeExpo.com. Now, coming up, Lake TV goes to Boonville for the official dedication of Phase 1 on the Katy Trail Bridge project, and another lucky angler lands a record-breaking fish. Find out how a very popular Facebook post worked for law enforcement, that and much more after a word from Yacht Club Power Sports in Osage Beach.
Yacht Club Power Sports has expanded to ensure you have fun on both land and water, on the trails and on the road with Can-Am, Kawasaki, Victory Motorcycles, Arctic Cat, and Polaris, which introduces the 2015 Slingshot. On the water as the world's #1 Sea-Doo dealer, and are proud to introduce the Supra and Moomba boat lines to the YC Power Sports family. Look for our new showroom this summer off Formula Way in Osage Beach, and you can find us off Highway 63 in Columbia. Yacht Club Power Sports, where the fun begins and never ends.
We take this moment to mark the rich history and the great opportunities in the future for this town, this bridge, this trail, our state, and our world.
Thank you. It was a beautiful day for a ribbon-cutting ceremony, and Missouri Governor Jay Nixon was there to officially dedicate the first phase of the Katy Bridge project that will eventually open the bridge to hiking and bicycling on the Katy Trail into Boonville.
I mean, this is a great day to celebrate. Under a different but highly possible scenario, it's not hard to imagine us standing in this spot and looking out over the Missouri River and seeing only concrete pilings where a historic bridge once stood. We'd probably be thinking, this is a real shame, if only we had done something. Friends, this is one of those times when we don't have to say, if only, because of the efforts of so many people made a real difference. And That's why we're here today at this ribbon cutting. I'm delighted to see many of the same people who for 10 years have been working for this day. Your incredible, united efforts to preserve history and your unshakable belief in this community and what it could accomplish have led to today. First Lady and I could not be any prouder to be here today and any happier to be with you all today on this important day, and I look forward incredibly to getting out there and looking at this. I haven't been out yet.
Once the whole project is completed, the town of Boonville hopes those who use the bridge will discover this town and its history.
Bridge opening is a huge accomplishment for the Katy Bridge Coalition for the city of Boonville. It'll be a great addition for the Katy Trail riders and for pedestrians and tourists in general coming to Boonville to be able to actually come out and experience the river in a whole new way. The city of Boonville is a riverfront town, but we don't have direct access to the river because of there's a set of Union Pacific active tracks that run right along the river. So this is a great way for people to come out and really get in touch with the river and appreciate the natural resource that we have right here in our backyard.
Bob Spicer for Lake TV in Boonville, Missouri.
What's been happening at the lake, you ask? Well, here's a look at some of the most popular stories from last week. First, a vandalism of 17 school buses meant classes at School of the Osage were canceled on Monday. Superintendent Brent Dupay decided to cancel school when he was told that more than half of the district's bus fleet had been vandalized. The criminal broke windows, deflated tires, even destroyed valve stems on the school buses. Now the district went to work getting new tires and repairing windows and even put out a call to borrow buses from neighboring districts. So school could happen on Tuesday. Now DP said that the Miller County Sheriff's Department is investigating this incident and they have no more information at this current time.
The Missouri Department of Conservation has a new record holder. Brent Newton of Holt Summit became the most recent record-breaking angler in Missouri when he hooked the largest goldeye on the Osage River using a rod and reel.
Goldeye, wasn't that a James Bond movie?
Yeah, not quite. Goldeyes are silver-colored, flat-sided fish with a lot of teeth and very large gold eyes. Newton caught the new record fish on March 5th. It weighed 2 pounds and was 17¼ inches long. The previous record goldeye was 1 pound 12 ounces and was caught at the lake in 2012. Newton was trying to catch catfish using worms when he hooked the goldeye instead. Newton is still in disbelief about catching a state record fish and never dreamed his name would be on his state record. And in case you're wondering, he still plans on landing some catfish using his record-breaking goldeye for bait. Camden County voters might be asked to raise the county's lodging tax by 3% this November. The reason? The Tri-County Lodging Association says they want to begin advertising the lake on television. Apparently, the Lake of the Ozarks falls behind its competitors in TV advertising. A media company has drafted a marketing plan that, for $1 million, would promote the area to adults over 35 years old, which is the key demographic for the Lake of the Ozarks. The Lodging Association's director, Jim DeVinson, says the proposed tax increase would cover the new marketing costs. The advertisements would play from April to July in primary markets, including St. Louis, Kansas City, Des Moines, and Omaha. Some worry the raise would reduce lodging business and hurt small mom-and-pop vacation rentals. Others say that it can only be good for the local economy. There is a cap to the amount of revenue the Lodging Association can get from taxes, which is limited to 6%. The tax is currently at 3%, so if the increase passed, it would be the maximum amount the association can ask voters for. The issue is set to appear on the November ballot.
Missouri State Auditor Nicole Galloway presented the results of an audit of the Missouri Veterans Commission last week. Commission employees help veterans get their benefits like pension and disability that are filed with the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs. The audit focused on several ways the Commission can improve, including keeping veterans updated on the status of their federal VA claims. Now, the Commission agreed to update its communications policy and keep veterans informed throughout the claims process. The Auditor's Office investigated the issues after Congresswoman Ann Wagner's office contacted them with complaints. Auditors also found that Commission staff used funds designated for veterans' homes to pay non-home expenses and said the Commission should work with the legislature to make sure housing funds are spent only on housing expenses.
Last month, the Christian County Sheriff's social media page tried to lure meth users to their office with a warning that their drugs might be contaminated with hepatitis or staph. The post was popular. It got more than 1.5 million views and was shared more than 17,000 times. But it hasn't resulted in any arrests, according to the sheriff's office. Do drug users fear law enforcement more than hepatitis or staph? Or maybe they just figured the post was a joke. Lieutenant Jeff Lofton says the sheriff's office did get 2 calls about screening meth. However, the callers didn't give dispatchers any personal information, and the numbers they called from couldn't be tracked. Similar efforts have been tried around the country, and in Texas it actually worked once. A woman contacted the Granite Shoals Police Department about contaminated meth, and law enforcement was able to seize her drugs. The new tactic is being criticized by some who think it's not right for law enforcement to intentionally lie or trick people. Others, however, think the move is funny, and if it works, then it's just a bonus.
Lake Regional Health System has chosen their Physician of the Year for 2016. The winner is Dr. Alan Mead, an anesthesiologist who grew up here at the Lake area. This annual award is given by a committee of Lake Regional staff. They look for candidates who demonstrate professionalism, integrity, and a collaborative spirit and positive attitude. The Physician of the Year must also get excellent reviews from his or her patients. Dr. Mead graduated from School of the Osage, earned his medical degree from the University of Missouri School of Medicine, and has been with Lake Regional since 1994. He was chosen because of his professionalism, compassion, and his outstanding care for his patients. Congratulations, Dr. Mead.
The Camdenton Education Foundation's annual fundraiser is happening on April 22nd. It's called the Elegant Evening, and it showcases Camdenton students and their many talents. And Friday, April 8th is the last day to buy tickets. The evening highlights talented students in art, music, drama, academia, culinary arts, science, and agriculture, and it all happens at Camdenton High School. The Lake Career and Tech Center Culinary Arts Department prepares the meal each year, and folks agree it compares with the best local restaurants. Better yet, it's fully prepared and served by the students. You can expect to see artists working at their easels and pottery wheels, music performances, K-12 art and photography galleries, robotics demos, and a lot more. Be sure to get your tickets by Friday. You can get them online or contact Linda Liu at the district's administration office. Well, that's the lake in a nutshell. I'm Ashley Kyle, and this has been your Lake of the Ozarks news update. Thanks for watching us on Como Connect Channel 90, and watch anytime on mylaketv.com.
And we'll be back on the air on Charter Channel 197 very soon. And while you're at it, you can connect with us on Facebook and Twitter at MyLakeTV. And now check out our Instagram page at handle my_LakeTV. For Ashley Kyle and the entire news team from the Lake TV studio, I'm William Holtz. Stay classy, Lake of the Ozarks.